Hey Scrubs, this is Retro, and this is going to be part 2, or the official part 2, of the complete 2021 Skyrim beginner's mod list. So, this is the big kahuna. In this episode, I'm going to go through Bodyslide and setting up custom bodies, as well as a plethora of other mods we need to get on. Now, I'm about a video ahead of where we currently are, and it's very quickly becoming obvious to me, like it probably is to a lot of people that are fairly used to modding. I keep forgetting things and going back in to add them in later, but don't worry about that. I'll show you exactly what order they need to go in. Don't worry. So let's get right on with it. Oh, and before I forget, I felt mean by using a thumbnail of the game after I'd installed the mods without showing anyone in the video actual gameplay. So here is the result of a quick recording session after this mod list. Or after this episode was completed. I basically jumped into the game, just had a little look around, had a look at the characters, made sure they were all working as intended. Yeah, so here's a quick clip of that. Let's get on with the show. Good morning, guys. This is part 3 of our step-by-step install of the beginner's mod list for Next Gen. I am going to focus today on NPC, body, and texture overhauls. Okay, so grab the AmidianBorn 4 mods from the description. We'll start off with unique items. Now, the FO mod will pop up. You can choose to install everything, which is what I'm going to recommend for now, or you can go custom and choose different variants of things. We are just going to go, ebony mail. Doesn't matter, we've got a different mod for ebony anyway, so we're just going to go install everything because we're going to overwrite these later. This is a bit like using SMIM. We're just using it as a sort of base right now. So there's unique items. Now, this will try and rename everything as the same thing. It thinks it's the same mod. However, if you go into custom, you can see that it is different. So this is the Dragonborn content. So we go install, rename, Dragonborn. Excellent. Same thing with the creatures. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using more creature textures, it's because Amidian doesn't do all the creatures, and I just like to have a little bit of variation in what I do, so you can see which creatures it does affect here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, we're going to go install Cabal's Cut, rename, call it creatures, and then finally we've got armors. Just like the rest, FO mod installer. I recommend this one. You can go to custom and have a look at some different armor types and pick which ones you want, but for what we're doing, install the Cabal Cut. Rename. Armor. X. Okay, once that's done, we'll be moving on to part 2, which is going to be a massive undertaking. I've got to install Bodyslide and show people how to do custom bodies and things like that. This is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to do this. It's fine. Let's go to part 2. Now, before we begin, head over to part 2 in the description and go to the 3 links there. Although there are only 3 links, there are a lot more mods that we need to get. From those 3 links, we're going to get 11 mods. So first head over to Project Nord War UA, which is the first link in the description of part 2. You're going to need the wolf armor, the leather armor, the iron armor, the hide and studded armor, the fur armor, ebony mail armor, and the dwarven armor, as well as the texture pack. Next, head over to the New Legion and get the New Legion armor and the HD textures for it as well. Finally, you're going to want to download the Guard Armor Replacer. I like to get the full version that has the new Guard weapons and bows also. I know I'm talking fairly quickly, but I make these videos under the assumption that people are going to pause and rewind and make sure that they've got everything and they're going back and forth into the description. Or if you're somebody that just wants to stop by and have a look at what mods I'm using in this mod list, you can just go straight to the description and have a look. Now work your way through the Project Nord War UA armors that you've downloaded, installing them one by one. As you can see I'm doing here, make sure when you're installing them that you rename each one of them, because I had a scenario where each one tried to name itself Wolf Armour, so I had to rename them manually, as you can see here. Once you've installed all the armors, be sure to install the Project Nord War texture pack. Next thing to install is base. That's the New Legion base files, so install that now. Then the Texture HD mod, which is the New Legion HD textures. Rename that because it'll be called New Legion as well. So I call my base and my HD download New Legion HD. And finally, install the Guard Armor Replacer. Once you've done that, your left pane should look like this. If not, rearrange them. Once again, left click on one at the bottom or the top, hold shift and click at the opposite end to highlight them all. Now, little shortcut for you guys, when you have multiple things highlighted like this, you can also just press space and it'll tick or untick all of the selected. If not, right click on all the selected and enable mods. Okay, it's time to cut some teeth. Head over to the Nexus and download Bodyslide and Outfit Studio. Link will be in the description under part 3. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I hear what you're saying. People are going, Retro, you can't install Bodyslide like a mod. Back you devil. Yes, you can. Go to the files on the Bodyslide Nexus page, download it through your Mod Organiser too. Once this is downloaded, install it like you would any other mod, activate it in your left pane, go across to your right pane, have a look at the buttons at the top here. So you've got plugins, archives, data, saves, and downloads. You want to click on data, expand Caliente tools, expand Bodyslide. In this folder, there should be Bodyslide x64.exe. This is the Bodyslide executable. Right click on this and select Add as Executable. Now it's going to appear in the drop down bar with Script Extender. Congratulations, you've just won the cake. Now head over to the Nexus and download Caliente's beautiful body enhancer. This will also be in the description under part 3, CBBE. Now we need to install CBBE, however, be aware that if you're a sensitive viewer, when you click on the CBBE mod for install, you will see some boobs. I know. It's terrible. What have we... Boob physics. So when the FO mod opens up, pick a body shape. I like to start with curvy. Obviously I like never nude because this is a Christian Minecraft server. Now, you want to tick vanilla outfits. Remove face pack, because we're going to be using a different mod for face pack. And how much bush do you want? Oh, get through that. And then don't click any of these, just click install. Once that's installed and you've activated CBBE, you can then boot up Bodyslide and there'll be things you can actually access in there. To begin with, you're only going to have a couple of the quote-unquote normal CBBE body shapes and things like that you can mess around with. You can give your honey a big dump truck, or, you know, or a pregnant dragonborn. Ken style, just nice and flat. So, once you've done that, you've had a little look-see, don't worry about it too much, we'll come into here later and really sort of pull things apart. Now, download race menu for special edition, link in the description under part 3. Download that, double click to install. Once race menu is installed, tick it as well to activate it. And you can see, although we've got 43 mods, we've only got 27 active plugins, 4 of which are ESL, so they don't actually count. Okay, before we end this episode, we're going to configure all of our outfits. Go back into Bodyslide. Hey Scrubs, this is Retro from the future, just coming in to say that I didn't explain this very well in the video. So here you've got the two sets of drop downs. One is for outfit / body and the other one says preset. In the presets, you'll get all your different shapes for the bodies. So for example, athletic, slim, curvy, strong, Hulk, She-Hulk, all that sort of good stuff. And then in outfit / body, you'll have all the outfits for the game, as well as the bodies, such as never nude or nude. So what you want to make sure you do is when you install your first body, or when you build your first body, your body shape will always come from the preset drop down. The body you pick will either need to be the never nude or the nude version from outfit body for CBBE, and it'll just be called CBBE body or CBBE never nude. I hope this clarifies a few things. Back to you, Retro. Under preset, you want CBBE, whatever your choice is. I'm going to take one of these. Pick a body shape that you like. Here I'm going to use CBBE strong, because I like to get thrown around and, talked down to. I like people shout at me or I cry in the corner. Enough of my personal life. Pick one that you like. Mess around with some of the sliders if you want. The high weight and the low weight refer to how much of the weight slider you have filled in your character customization at the start of a game. Once you've messed around with the sliders and you've got a body that you're happy with, go down to, first click build at the bottom. That will now save that body for all females in the game that are naked. Once you've done that, go down to batch build. This is where the fun begins. So, because this is our first batch build on Bodyslide, we're not going to worry too much about the options that say physics on them. So if they say physics, click on them. You can even hold select and left click on multiple like we have done before in the Mod Organiser to highlight multiple. Press spacebar again and it'll deselect them. So get rid of all the ones that say physics on them. Scroll down to the very bottom, and there should be 4 or 5 options that aren't clothes. They refer to body. So CBBE body, body physics, body special, feet, hands beast, never nude physics, underwear, and underwear physics. Deselect those. We simply want the clothing right now without physics. Once that's done and you've just got the clothing without physics selected, press build. This might take a little bit of time, but what it's doing is it's rebuilding those outfits in the game with your character's body. Once it's done building the outfits, close down Bodyslide, slap a like on this video, subscribe if you're new here and you want to see what's going to happen in the next tutorial video as we press on with building our Next Gen 2021 Skyrim mod list. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a treat. Peace.